Alright, buckle up. Today I'm off to meet the one and only Bagoole Eric. But you know how travel is here in Uganda. The road is long, the sun is blazing. Camera, check, mic, check. Questions loaded. We're about to dive into the mind of a very bold and daring young man. Let's get to it. Unresearched with Isaac Darlington. A lovely day indeed, and today I have traveled a great distance just to be able to have this conversation. It is one of a kind, and I believe we are going to tackle certain issues, certain pertinent issues, and just have a conversation and know what it is that drives my very special guest today, Bagoole Eric Frank. Most welcome, sir.
Thank you.
I am super excited to have you on the Unresearched Podcast. You and me have a history.
Yes.
And it's beautiful to see people that we know strive to make Uganda a better place, so to speak.
I am very happy to be here as well.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
I know, or I knew who you are. There's been a whole process between then and now.
You no longer know who I am?
No, I mean, I know certain core things,
yes,
but I know the person I knew back then, you've left that level. Okay. You understand? There's been a process of growth. Just like I know clearly that when you look at me, I'm not the same Mutengu that you knew.
Yes.
Yes. So what has evolved? What has changed? Who are you now? Who is Bagoole Eric Frank?
Thank you for having me on the Unsearched Podcast.
Unresearched.
Unresearched. Why is it unresearched?
Well, there's a number of reasons. Number one, we attack the thing for as it is, with or without data.
Okay.
Then secondly, unresearched meaning there are stories that some people have not yet got to hear about, and we come out and get those stories. They are unresearched and we bring them out there, table them.
So you are tabling me.
You already researched.
I know. I'm very happy.
Yeah, but we still have to put you on.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. My name is Eric Frank Bagoole.
Yeah.
I come a long way with my brother Isaac Mutengu, who is hosting me today. He has traveled a great distance to be here. And I don't take it for granted that you people follow him and you give him relevance. You watch his shows, you watch his podcast. Thank you very much. And we pray that you will continue to even push him furthermore. You know, my brother, it is time for us to take over. Now he's asking me who I am now or what I have become. Isaac, I am still the same person.
Yes.
I'm still a son, I'm still a brother, I am still a friend, your friend. We always talk every now and again. I have added a few attributes to strengthen my individuality. I have become an architect over the years. I design.
When I knew him, he was not an architect. Now he is. You see, those are very, very key. Yes.
I draft plans, I draw buildings. Then I'm also writing a degree in civil engineering at one of the universities in the country. So that is also something that I've added onto myself. And also, I do some business here and there. I deal coffee. I deal very many things.
You've mentioned a very, very sensitive topic.
Yes.
And that is the topic of coffee.
Yes.
But that's a conversation we are going to come to in a bit.
We shall talk about it. Yes. So, and just a new development. It has been there. But now that it has come to light, and we are now on the Unresearched Podcast, and also something that we have not talked about personally, me and you, is how I want to be the president of the Republic of Uganda. That is another development.
The major.
a major
conversation
development
as
to why we are
today.
here, as to why we are talking today.
Yes.
So that is me over the years.
Bagoole Eric Frank.
Yes, sir.
We do have the artwork. Some of us have been sharing it. Some of us have been looking at it. And it is a huge move. Firstly, I would like to ask, what are the qualifications? What does one need to have in order to appear as a presidential candidate for someone who might not have that information? What qualifies one?
Well, Isaac, you must be above the age of 18 years, as amended recently.
Okay.
You must be above the age of 18. You must have finished at least secondary school, that is senior 6, or its equivalent.
Yes.
Yes, because there is people who will stop at senior 4, go and do a course that is an equivalent of A-level senior 6. So they would get, if they didn't do senior 6, they would definitely have to go to National Education for Higher Learning and get a certificate of equivalency to the senior 6. But if you have senior 6 and you are above the age of 18 and you are a citizen of the Republic of Uganda, you are eligible. If you think you can, you have what it takes, you think you can give us new policies, you can come. And plus, this is a platform for all Ugandans. So why not?
It sure is. And okay, so I've been having this question in my mind. What inspired this move? What got into your mind and made you think, I think it is time for a certain change? I think if I stood in for presidency, this would happen. What inspired that move?
Isaac, there is so much. There is, I can't, every other time someone asks me that question, there is a version that comes out, a different version that comes out.
Yeah.
There is one time someone will ask you, and a part of me that was unemployed at some point comes out. Then another person will ask you, and a part of me that has been oppressed comes out. Then an intellectual part of me comes out. Then the part of me that understands politics comes out. And then a me that knows economics comes out. So
it's a bunch of different things all joining together.
That keep popping up.
Yes.
So, but now the real thing that brings out the whole idea that no, let us birth this thing is the fact that we are at a point as a nation where, in case we hand our economy to people who do not understand how things work, we are in trouble. And me, I don't have any other place to go. This is my home. So if I feel as an individual that I could make a difference, then why not? Why not? Why don't I come and show people that, you know, guys, I actually have a better plan than what these people are presenting to us? Because if I am presented to something that I feel doesn't work, but I have a better plan, why don't I show the people? Because I will be blamed for not having come out initially. So I look at it from that angle. Yes.
In a nutshell, let me say 2 to 3 minutes.
Yes.
Can you give us a sample, a brief peek into this plan?
Okay.
Yes. Maybe just talk on 1 or 2 things.
Okay. One, I have come up with a 7-year plan that works for the nation. Yes. I sat down with a few colleagues that you know, that we shall bring to light. While
70-year plan, not meaning that
no. We shall not say,
But yes,
I will not rule the country for 70 years, but want to present a 70-year plan for the nation.
Yes,
and we work through it. Yeah, it is an integrating process. Number one, we are going to first look at what we have as an economy, what we have as a country, and then we base on that to see how to move the country forward. There has been a lot of trying to do this and this and this and this and this, and then they end up doing nothing. You see, that is where the plan comes in. The first 5 years, what can we achieve as a nation? What can we achieve? Yeah, if we say no. The first 5 years, let us focus on infrastructure development. How can we better our infrastructure? How? That is now where the plan comes in. We say we shall first develop this. We shall grow the industries. We shall grow this. We shall make sure that our trade is working. Our foreign policies are working. Mm-hmm. And then we shift from that. After we have made sure that that is sorted, we say, okay, does this help employment? Are our people employed? Then we move from that. After that, we start to skyrocket economic reforms. We skyrocket them. We build infrastructure. We drop taxes. We make sure that, you know what, we have more investors coming in. Now, these are things that are all within that plan.
The border man, when you talk about infrastructure and all of these other conversations, a person who might be on a bike doing his border business, which you very well know, many of us Ugandans, survival might not understand. How would you, for example, because the weight, they say, heavy is the head that carries the crown.
Yes.
So, as a president, one thinks for the highest person in the hierarchy to the lowest.
Yes.
So the border person, how would you, in all of these changes that you're mentioning, how would that affect him directly?
We are a population of 46 million people and going up.
Yes.
It is a very small number with what we have. When we make economic reforms, a man who is riding a bike might be driving a taxi, or the man who drives a taxi might be driving a bus, and the man driving a bus is going to probably be driving a trailer, and the man who is driving a trailer at that time will own the trailer. I'm looking at improving from the grassroots. If we talk about economic reforms, I am going to put money up to parish level, so that
do we not have this already running around?
They have put 500 billion and they are only using 110 billion every year. Where is the other 400 billion? You cannot tell me you are using 400 billion to supervise 100 billion. I read that.
I have to be honest, personally, I have not chopped that.
Exactly.
Paris,
and you see, you are the people, you journalists, for example, are the people on the grassroots. You people are the ones supposed to actually know. And it feels like these people are carrying out
I was told I'm not among the beneficiaries. Of the
No. Hear me. The parish development model is a part of the NPD. The NPD is 4, right? It is the National Development Plan, right? And it has taken a round already. But even the people at the parish level, they are not seeing the money. It feels like there is a shell. You know, they create a shell group of people that will come and receive the money and masquerade as people who are actually benefiting from this. And then, how can we even have a president run around the country to supervise this thing, to make sure that it is working? Can't we decentralize this? You see, now, these things are happening.
I see RDCs. Aren't the RDCs supervising the parish development model?
But then
all through the LC system and the hierarchy.
What I am saying, I have been seeing the president moving around. I think it's because of the upcoming election or something like that. But you are using 400 billion to supervise 100 billion. Just
to draw you away from this conversation and look at this, you mentioned something about a border rider moving from that to getting into a taxi. You know how our roads are in Uganda. And you mentioned something about infrastructure change, change and development. And I know for one how much we suffer. Roads even getting to this particular location was a hassle. And already there is a way that the country has been, I would say,
tainted.
No, not tainted. In terms of construction and planning, there's already that poor planning in certain places, because you see there are certain roads whereby you'll either have to demolish the house or something or other to get through. How would you go about that? Imagine there's a road.
That is what I was talking about. Having a plan. Having a plan. When the incumbent came, we had 1,000 kilometers of paved road. Right now we have about 6,000 kilometers of paved road. With the improvement in our GDP, because our GDP has grown significantly.
And with the most expensive road being in Uganda.
In the country.
That's something we should not forget.
Those are things that we are going to hold people accountable for. Yeah, because you cannot tell me that our bridge cost half a kilometer of our bridge, because our bridge does not span more than half a kilometer, the Ginger Bridge. It cost around $104 million US, I think, if I remember the figures correctly. And there is a similar road spanning 26 kilometers, but it was built with lesser money. So you get the interplay. This goes beyond now the availability of resources. Yeah.
So resources are available.
Yeah, we have the things here.
Everything.
But guys, these people, we are going to audit them, by the way. I'm telling you, even if you retired, we are going to audit you when we take over. Because you cannot tell me that we have the most expensive road in the world and we keep renovating it every now and then.
And we pay to use it. So Uganda is trillions, over 3 trillion something in debt.
Yes.
And every Ugandan owns roughly, of course, over 3 something. I think it's in million trillions.
Yes.
And Uganda, like you mentioned in some interview, is struggling with debt.
Yes. Despite
the fact that Uganda has coffee.
Yes.
Uganda has gold. I do not know how the state of oil is now, but I think we're the country that has everything there. We have tourism, bulichimu, everything's in there. How would you go about that particular issue?
Debt.
Yes, debt.
We have a lot of debt because
no one that in the video.
We have a lot of debt because of irresponsibility. There is a story I read of one of the delegates that was representing the country, and when they told them that there is money to take, they also took it. There was no plan for it. But just because someone availed debt, they said, okay, let us take it. So we are going to make sure that we only get money that we really need to use, and that we shall multiply and be in position to pay back. You mentioned that we have tourism, we have, and we are not investing enough in these things that we have. We have everything that it takes, because you also talked about gold. Why are we not mining the gold? Why is it that when we mine the gold, the other guys are taking more percentage?
Which
because
guys?
If it is, I'm not going to.
You're not going to mention names
to mention names, but our economy has been crippled because of irresponsibility of our leaders. You cannot say that we have all these resources and someone will come from wherever they have come from and they convince you that they have a better plan for this, and then they give you a very small percentage. All those things will no longer apply. Everything these guys know will no longer apply when we come to power. Whatever you agreed with those guys, we shall not consider it. When we are in charge, we are not going to consider that rubbish. We are going to sit down and agree afresh. If you are not taking 50 and we are taking 50, there is no deal. You will leave everything of ours and we shall see how to mine and sell on the world market ourselves. Then you talked about oil. You see even how you talked about it. You are a journalist, but you don't even know what is going on.
No, not really.
The way they are handling this thing, it's like they are dealing drugs. You see, why don't you bring this thing to the light? It only takes $4 billion to construct a refinery. Now, if it only takes $4 billion, how much money can we put aside from this money that we are wasting on the members of parliament? Because we cannot give a member of parliament 35 million and they do not say a word in that house. You see, these are things these are reforms that we are going to have.
The amount of money being spent in parliament and the legislature needs to be
of course.
toned down.
Of course. That is too much money. How do you tell me that someone is getting 100,000 a month and for you are getting 35 million for saying nothing? Just because these things are not working properly. You see, these guys, they want to pass bills. I am going to hold them accountable to the dot. You cannot be a member of parliament if you will not take accountability to your people every month. I will require of them to take accountability to the people that they represent every month. A written accountability, and they will break it down. They will tell the people what they have been saying in parliament and what has been resolved. Because you cannot tell me that you will get 35 million every month. That is minus allowances, meanwhile, and minus these sitting allowances. So this caucus, this what? These things. You are going to be a member of parliament and you are going to serve the people of the Republic of Uganda. Yes. And if you are not here for service, we are going to release you. We are going to release you. We are going to tell you are not fit. Because you can't tell me we are spending a lot of money on these people and they are not making these reforms. They're not doing things that are helping the nation.
I have pulled up a poster, the artwork of the presidential, your artwork.
Yes.
And there's something that says, before the Almighty God and Ugandans. That means you intend to balance faith and politics.
Yes.
And my question would be, how best do you think, because we have forgotten my country, but I think Uganda ranks one of the number one corrupt countries at the moment. So how do you intend to handle some of the issue? Corruption has been quite an issue, Mr. Bagoole Eric Frank. Corruption.
Yeah. When I came out, I said I present myself before Ugandans and before the Almighty God. When I say that I present myself before Ugandans and the Almighty God, I meant that even before I get nominated, even before I get onto that ballot paper, I want to first present myself to the Ugandans and they decide. And I presented some of these issues to them and I show them that, you see, guys, this is an issue, this is an issue, this is an issue, that is an issue. And then we see. Because if corruption is a very small thing to deal with. It's a very small thing to deal with. You cannot tell me that someone has mismanaged the office and all they get is a few months in prison. There is a gentleman, they found billions in his house. What is that he is doing? That you can spare billions and you keep them in your house? What job are you doing? In which economy? You understand? It's a Ugandan. I'm not going to mention names here. But these guys, I'm going to visit them. We are going to visit them. We are going to check them. How do you have billions in your house? What are you doing? What? Even the people that are selling things downtown, the money they have, actually, they're using bank loans to grow their businesses. And then there is an individual with a surplus of 10 billion in the house, at home. It's not in the bank. That means that this money is not getting it through is not getting this money through the proper channels. Because if he was getting it through the proper channels, then the money should be taxed. So how is it that this man has? So these are things that we can handle. How are we going to handle them? You cannot tell me that you can have such money and we do not audit you. If we find that you stole this money from government, we shall make sure that we seize all your property. We shall actually, imprisoning you is not important. It does not serve the purpose.
It is about
we just want
giving back what you had.
Exactly.
I asked you one question at the beginning. Luckily enough, when I looked at the requirements, you said they had been amended. The first requirement, one of the first requirements back then was that someone should be at least 45, going up. This one was not added in the requirements, but the relationship status. Fingaba na Uganda, usually we attribute relationship to someone's responsibility, marital status. He will manage. She will manage. The conversation now about relationship. Does that affect one's political mind? Does that affect how one carries out responsibility? Let's talk relationship.
Marriage is a union of two people. A man will leave his father and mother.
And be joined to a woman.
To a wife. And the two shall become one.
Absolutely.
There is a lot that goes on there, which requires a lot of patience. Marriage requires a lot of commitment.
Yes.
Accountability, decisiveness, dependability. All these attributes. And that is a place where someone would be shaped into resilience. Because if you can contain that means, hey, even this one, you can. Because if someone is accountable to his wife, that means that he can also be accountable to the nation.
Yes.
If you are committed to your wife, that means your values are also commendable and that you can be committed to serving the people. Someone asked my young brother, is he married? Because if he cannot manage one of us, how will he manage all of us?
That's a very direct question.
It's very direct. Between me and you,
1 second.
there is definitely, I can't be this age when there is no one. Between me and you, I can't be this age when there is no one. There is definitely someone in my life.
Okay.
And it's just that right now, they are not very okay.
With being out in the spotlight.
But as we progress, she said she would come and greet you all. Yeah. And
come
also,
out from Kamori.
Right now, she's still deciding on this commitment came to me as an individual.
Okay.
It didn't come when I got her. It was there even way before.
Okay.
And so my commitment to this country was there even before I was committed to her. So when she came in the picture, these ladies are very good people. She's adjusting to this reality because she didn't think ever in her life that she would be involved with someone who
is running for the biggest political office in the country.
And it poses, according to very many people, it poses a lot of threat. I don't know why people think like that. I don't know why people think it poses great threat, but...
You do not believe there is... you don't face any bit of intimidation at all from... going after this?
I am not... Unless someone comes and tells me and intimidates me directly, I do not think anyone, that is their intention. They probably may be triggered by their ego or their inefficiency as individuals, that they are frightened from the inside. But someone who is not frightened and they are very strong-willed, they shouldn't be afraid of people who have ideas. If I have a better plan than yours, then make yours better. If you have a better plan than mine, then I should sit back and then you take us forward. So I don't think it is a place for intimidation. It is a space where we should appreciate each other's views and ideas about development and growth. And if you have better than mine, then let us go with yours. If I have better than yours, rally behind me. Because I have been telling very many people about us working as a nation. Yeah? Because it is very sad, but very many of our young people are getting relevance after they put on like the young men, they will put on a dress and then they stand behind a camera and then they start dancing funny, so that they get quote unquote clout, so that they can be in position to push their agenda and probably get some money. And that is sad. That is sad. If we can create for these young people jobs, this will not happen. So if your plan is better than mine, please bring it. Bring it. Do not intimidate. And actually, I don't encourage that. And let us preach peace and a better plan. If you have a better plan than mine, table it. But right now, I feel I have a better plan than very many people that have come.
Okay,
So
kidogo. Let's do this kidogo.
My michala shouldn't be
Okay,
worried.
it's all right. Let's get into this conversation. You've mentioned young people now. Young people are, there is a new age of social media. Social media and people using TikTok and people using Facebook. In some countries like Uganda, Facebook was being taxed until a point where it was banned. We do not have Facebook now. Creating employment opportunities for the young people. I mean, here we are on my podcast. I'm a young person.
Yes.
And source of income is podcasts, and I'm a podcaster. And then, of course, other things, amongst other things. You know, like a Ugandan, you cannot survive on only one thing, one source of income. How would you handle, like, particularly my interest is social media and the young people. How would you deal with that to make sure that the young people who are into this creative industry benefit from it? That includes the musicians, that includes photographers, that class of people.
I will tackle this sensitively because it is important. When you pay attention to what is going around on social media, there is a zero. The young people have a yearning to make it, but they don't have what to show. Very few people now, like yourself, who have turned this space to better themselves. Others are, it is very sad. Okay, some of them think it's comedy and they are trying to be funny, but it's not funny. It is not funny that a young man will dress up, will put on a dress, put powder on their face, stand before a camera, and in their story, they will tell you that I had nothing to do. I just decided to do this. So,
the tables you're shaking have very expensive drinks.
let them break. Because,
yes.
Why am I tackling
Someone
this?
might defend himself and say it's a form of craft. Back in the days, in the days of Shakespeare, we had music arts, dance and drama involves that a lot. People do it a lot. It's just that now TikTok has made it more, has put it more out there on the platform. But from the Shakespearean days to now, people do that a lot.
Yes,
man
I
dressing
am
up
not.
as
I
a
am
woman
not. I am not.
Yeah.
I am not refuting the craft. I am not against it at all. I am saying there are those who are not even creative artists, but they think because I will use a particular name. There is a man called Amot. Do you know him?
He is a very, very popular entertainer.
Now that gentleman is a comedian. Now there is these people who are doing it not because they are comedians, not because they are creative artists, but because they have nothing else to show, and they feel that the fact that so and so has done it, so and so has done it, I should also do it. If we can avail them with options, that is what I've been saying. I am not against craft. Because we have musicians who are singing not because they can sing, but because they feel like, because the other person has done it, even me, let me do it. Can't we create jobs? Can't we create jobs that this person, instead of doing this, they will now come before a camera and tell people, I am selling pipes. I have started a business of plastics.
The conversation of job creation is a very long one.
It's very broad.
It's a very long question, very long conversation. And I think if we get into it, someone might ask and say, exactly how do you intend to create jobs for people in Uganda, for the young people? And I think it would go back to skilling, it would go back to education, it would go back to what we call a curriculum now. This gets us into the conversation of education. And our curriculum has recently undergone certain changes. I believe you are aware.
Yes.
And I know as a president, you don't necessarily have to know, or rather, to be involved in everything, but, just by making sure that certain systems are created and putting certain people in certain places, some things are corrected. The education system now, what is your comment about it? The changes now.
It is not going to work.
Most of us were in the older.
Yes. Ask me why.
Why?
The motive is there, but the result will not be achieved. The education system that we had before can help us thrive in what we have as a country. The
education system we had before, what you and I and people older went through.
Yes.
Where there was
it was a mix of everything. You come out of school and then you have to figure it out. You say, okay, do I apply geography here? Do I apply mathematics? Do I apply...
Don't you think that would be drawing us back?
Yeah, I'm not saying we should go back. What I am saying is the reforms now and what we have outside of school, it can't work. Because someone will come, the reforms are intending to skill. But when they come out of school, they do not have places to implement what they have, because it is aiming at teaching the young people particular things. But now, they do not have a place to implement so that they can grow as individuals. Now, that is where we say, even while they are tackling it, they are not doing it generically. So if we can tackle the education system that it can be generic, that a person is molded. If they want to be an electrician, they are molded into the electrical field. And when they come out of school, we have plants. Because you can't tell me that because here we are generating about how many watts of power. If we can generate more and we be in position to even sell some outside of the country, that means we have created jobs back home, because we could grow these plants that we know that our system is molding people through the years of education to that goal. But right now, they are planning on molding them, and then they come out and they cannot do an alternative. Because me and you got a bit of Katogo. Now when you come out, okay, you remove the beans, give me those tomatoes. You see, and then you are in position to do something for yourself. And then, we do a lot of learning on job. Yeah, that is our system. That is what our system was all about. So if we can create jobs for these people, for the young people, that even while we are educating them, there is a plan. That is what I was telling you about, that I want to present a 7-year plan for the nation. That from this, we go to this. From this, we go to this. And no one shall be allowed to break our plan. Only you can modify it because of the evolution, the changes of this and that. Because you remember what Charles Darwin said, the theory of evolution. Charles Darwin. Do you read a lot of science?
I have read, but I'm not familiar with this particular one.
There is a man called Charles Darwin. Darwin is the one who came up with the theory of evolution, like what changes from this to that, from that to that, from that to the other. So if we have a government that is not pro people, because someone will stand and say, and I will quote, I'm not going to mention names, someone stood and said, for him, he works for his family. Leadership is not that. You have to work for the people. You have to work for the people. You cannot stand and say, for you are working for the family. Why? If you have come, that means that you are being selfless. Now, you and your family, because you and your family are one.
Aren't you the family that he was talking about? Does he not refer to Uganda?
No, he said his children.
As the Bazukuru.
No. I don't know the person you're talking about. Yeah, I'm not going to point fingers. But for him, he meant his biological family.
Well, we are going to continue with this conversation because it is one that is never ending. Mr. Bagoole Eric Frank will still continue to be featured in the Unresearched podcast as we continue to gear to see how this particular political career unfolds. Thank you so much for allowing to be featured with us.
And thank you for having me. I'm very happy that you came, and I hope we do this very soon.
Until next time, over the bridge, Jinja to Kampala, we will be, of course, having more of these conversations. Thank you once again.
Yeah, thank you.
Unresearched with Isaac Darlington.